And also, I would imagine, just based on how tournaments usually go, he probably was waiting a while in losers finals to play Josh while the losers bracket caught up. I would imagine he probably waited for a little bit. Sometimes it can be like up to an hour for losers bracket to catch up to losers finals. And the players who are in grands and losers finals just end up having to wait for quite a long time. Meanwhile, Josh has been like, you know, playing losers bracket since quarters. So he's had like a few sets probably all in a row now with not a lot of downtime in between. So he's coming into this warm, I'd imagine, and OJ might not be. I don't know what he's doing between sets. He's hanging out in training mode, if he's playing someone online, or maybe just not playing at all.
Well, I can answer that for you.
Oh, okay. There you go. Were you guys just playing?
Yeah, in fact, for about 30 minutes, I was training OJ in this matchup as Ganon.
Well, there you go.
So
OJ actually coming into this more prepared than maybe Josh, but Josh is a titan of a player to run into, especially when he has, like I said, just played a bunch of sets in a row. He's on his mission. He's trying to make the losers run. Wants to prove that he's able to win these tournaments, you know, and not go out at 9th place like last time.
And immediately you see Josh making the most of that uppy out of shield. For those of you not aware, Ganon has armor on his uppy out of shield until the uppy initializes. The hitbox comes out. So
small correction: it's intangibility, not armor.
Intangibility, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like a spot dodge
he
almost.
Does not, yeah, he does not take any damage.
He doesn't like parry stuff either, but he'll just go through it like a roll. So that's a really good tool, especially against like a landing aerial. Someone gets a little antsy approaching with the landing aerial and you call it out at the right time. You can just be intangible for the whole time that they're landing, and then like your hitbox comes out right when they're on the ground and they can't really do anything to stop it.
OJ whiffing on that down tilt, but just turning around and grabbing. Turning around in place to grab, underrated tech. It's actually not the easiest tech in the world. To that very slight finesse of turning around instead of dashing.
Yeah, I mess that up still sometimes. And you know what? It's a lot of the time it's because I input it the same way, or like I input it with a tilt, like a tilt turn. I kind of slowly turn the stick until my character turns. Something I've started trying to do personally is input it as a smash turn, like a pivot. Just like a pivot without the dash first. Because that's something that is really like ingrained in the muscle memory just from pivoting, but for some reason I never like got the muscle memory to use it for a standing turnaround. Bark taking the game on there. I do think inputting a turnaround that way is useful though. It's just like, it's the second half of a pivot input basically. You just flick the stick, then you'll turn around reliably that way.
So you saw a few times there actually, OJ recovering from off stage, but up being over the ledge and getting hit a few times with those back airs.
Yeah.
I wonder if he'll adapt and make the most out of the different angles that Wolf has and the different shorten lengths that Wolf has.
I haven't really seen OJ shorten pretty much at all in this bracket. I don't know if it's something that's part of his repertoire.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, if it's not, it would definitely do him a great service to incorporate those, because it does give Wolf a lot more mix-up on his ambiguity of where he's going to land after he uppies.
Yeah, for sure. I think OJ might be in the chat still, so he might be able to tell us if he does the shortens, if maybe he doesn't do it as much in the tournaments, just as a risk factor maybe. Also, hi Gav. Yeah, I guess we will see if he's able to make the changes necessary in this second game.
So we saw, oh, very nice. So we saw OJ wall out with lasers first, and then once he got a little closer with the laser pressure, he went for those back airs. Very disjointed, very strong move, so allowed him just to sweep up that stock real quick.
And Bark just kind of winning that positioning war a little bit with the forward air short hops, staying just outside the landing range of that Wolf back air, and then using his own drift forward with the forward air to kind of capitalize on that opening that OJ gave him. And that ends up leading into a quick stock for him.
Excellent reverse fair from Birdie there to get the edge guard.
Definitely.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, in the back air, he just calls him out before he even throws out his hitbox. It's really good use of that. And I love that forward tilt as well. Almost set up for a tech chase on the side platform. That would have been an easy forwarder for Josh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and again, just
Yep.
I think OJ is maybe relying a bit on trying to bully his way in with that big like sweet spot hitbox at the end, but Josh is doing a good job of just staying outside that range and then punishing it with his forwarder.
It definitely looks like he's trying to get that strong hitbox of the B, huh?
Yeah, it's something Wolf players like to do, I think. If someone is sitting on the ledge too much, you can... I mean, it's always going to knock them down. It's always going to guarantee that you get back to the stage if it connects.
Good laser play. Oh, but... tries to back air with its up beat. One of Ganon's only few defensive options in the scuffle is the up B. Especially out of shield, as we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, definitely.
Once again, a reverse fair. He's so good at these reverse fairs.
Yeah, really knows the right positioning to get that hitbox. Oh, really good edge hog from OJ there. It's good to recognize.
Players will get nervous and
yeah. Recognize he can do it. Recognize that Ganondorf isn't going to make it back onto the stage, even though it looks like he might. And just hold the ledge confidently. But again, with these high up Bs over the ledge, and Josh is just staying outside the range of that, calling it out with his back airs and forward airs. Definitely an adjustment we need to see OJ make if he's going to stay in this.
Again, we saw OJ really having the pressure there in that tech chase sequence, but trying to land with a laser to cover the tech, but just a bit too high, and then Ganon able to up B out of it. I think when you're playing in Scan, especially if you get in a scuffle situation, you got to read that a player like Josh is going to up B every time and try to bait it out and then react instead of just try to get the for sure follow up. You know, you don't have to be so precise. You can let him up B and then go for the punish.
Yeah, definitely. This is a tough position to be in if you're OJ. Down 0-2 against Bark. Like, man.
Oh, he stays. No Falcon. No Pika.
Yeah, he's sticking it out.
It's very brave.
He definitely, like, you want to get one on the board and just get something going, especially after making it this far in the bracket. Having such a good performance early on. I mean,
right,
either way,
finals easily.
He's really shown us what he's capable of, no matter what happens. Shown himself to be someone to fear in these remix brackets and named to be respected. But maybe Josh Brody looking like it could be a little bit too much for him. See what he's able to do with this combo, though.
Oh.
Yeah, there was no jump on Ganondorf there, but he just used that down B to get back to the ground.
He didn't let the up B go off for free, but just could not seal up that punish. Oh, missing his C cancel. I wonder if he's a bit flustered here.
Oh, that could have been a jab, I think, into a shield break from Josh, but he wasn't ready for it. Maybe he didn't know about that particular shield break route that you can do. I do think that would have worked.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to do another F tilt instead of a jab.
He said, "Fuck Frey" there. My bad. You probably knew I would say something about it on commentary, too. Oh, and a nice shine downer combo. OJ taking that stock at like 60%.
I mean, when Wolf just needs 2 of those shines, it's quite hard to DI out of that.
And again, he could ledge hug here. Doesn't even need to do it, though.
No DI out on those shines. It's going to be hard to get out for that. Okay.
Oh, and the forward air from Ganondorf just outranging the Wolf back air. Really a testament to just how big that move is. Wolf has got some big stuff too, though. I think people sleep on Wolf's up air a little bit. That move is really big. It's so good at covering the space above him. Oh, Josh goes for a risky down B again. Just managed to get to the ledge there, yeah.
No
he had gone a little further away and been forced to up B. That could have been really good for OJ.
Oh,
Down tilt.
down tilt.
Not gonna do it.
Go for the flare. Oh, it's so close.
See if he, just go to ledge with up B one time, OJ, please.
So if Wolf Nair is above Ganon Bear, then it beats it. But if it's below Ganon Bear, it loses to it.
Oh no! What? Oh, come
Oh
on.
no!
That's so disappointing. You hate to go out that way. We always have one
Did he really
set
not
that
have a
ends
jump?
so... No, he had a jump for sure. I don't know what happened.
And I mean, again, as I said earlier, you really saw a lot of up Bs onto stage, not to ledge. You know, not ambiguous, just straight onto stage. And Bark's so ready with those back airs.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he didn't mix up his up Bs enough, I think. He needed to go to ledge more.
Yeah.
Good stuff to Bark, though. He's just been so dominant in this losers bracket so far. That's
Yeah,
his
I mean,
second
Bark.
3-0 in a row.